Self-love and self-acceptance. Where do we begin the journey? Years ago, I didn't even know that self-love was something that we had to practice, because I was never taught. And like many of us, we were never taught. We never learned in schools. We never learned in our houses. Our parents never taught us because they themselves didn't know. So we just went into life. We were born out into this world, and we just step in and function from the default mode. And in that default mode, we just accept and listen to the stories that the mind presented to us, believing that they are real. So when you were young and somebody said something to you that you perceived as hurtful, something that was not nice, we tell ourselves the story that this person does not like me, he or she does not love me. And we store the stories of hurt, of rejection, sometimes of humiliation, sometimes of shame. And we just tell ourselves that I am not good enough. And so we get into these stories. And then the stories just, as we go on, the stories build up. They just add up. More and more reactions, more stories that the mind presents, and we believe they are real, so we store them and make them our reality. And then we grow up, not knowing that these were not real, these were not true. So we grow up, we call ourselves adults. But when we're still functioning from that place, so many of the wounds that we've been carrying from our childhood, the memories of the hurt, of the rejection, of the humiliation, of the shame, whatever it is that we went through, the stories we told ourselves, that still remains within us. So even though we think we have grown up, we're still functioning from that wound. And therefore, every time somebody does not speak to me nicely, or somebody treats me in a way that I perceive as not a kind person or not behaving towards me in a good way, then automatically I jump back into that story that I had created, or I had received from the mind, that this person does not like me, this person is not nice, or I am not good enough. So we straight away jump into the self-flagellating mode. I am not good enough. And then as we grow up, the stories turn into something else, such as when we look at our friends and we look at our peers, we look at how they're doing, and if I think that I am not good enough, I'm not as successful as them, I don't have a big house like my friend, or I don't have a fancy car like my friend, I don't have a big job like my sister, or like my brother, or like my cousins, whatever stories we tell ourselves. And then we start to beat ourselves up again, get into that self-flagellating mode. I am not good enough. And then we find it easy to love ourselves when we feel good. So if I'm looking good, I feel good and I love myself. If I don't look so good, I don't love myself. When I feel good in the body, I love myself because I'm feeling good. When I don't feel so good, if I'm suffering with some pain in the body, if I'm experiencing some pain in the body, then I don't love myself, because I am telling myself that I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be experiencing this pain. And we find it challenging to love ourselves in these moments when we are not approving of ourselves, when we are telling ourselves, when we are not accepting ourselves, when we are telling ourselves these stories that I'm not good enough, that I'm not there where I think I should be, or where society thinks I should be, or how I should look, or how I should feel. So many ways that we easily jump into this mode of self-resentment. And we don't even know we are practicing that. So the more we do this, if we're doing it every day, if we're doing it frequently, every time I look in the mirror and I don't look good, and I'm telling myself, I don't like the way I look. And people use very strong words as well, such as hate. And we're jumping into that self-resentment. We're practicing it. It becomes a practice. And every time you look in the mirror and you're resenting yourself, you're practicing it, you are feeding that information to yourself, making it stronger, in fact, fortifying it, making it stronger every day that I don't look good, I don't feel good, I don't love myself, I don't like myself, I'm not good enough. And I know that feeling so deeply. I've been there for so many years, feeling that way, beating myself up. And I know how challenging it is. And sometimes even the moments that you have when we want to even just give up on life itself because it is so challenging to do this human world, when you feel you are not good enough, and when you cannot feel that love for yourself, when you cannot accept yourself the way you are, it is challenging. And in one of those moments, as I was on my journey, and I asked the question, how can I even begin the journey? And then my channels opened up and the answers came to me. And this is what I want to share with you today. If my mother could love me and accept me just the way I was, and this is the truth for every mother, or for many mothers, majority of the mothers on the planet, for them, their child, their baby, is the most beautiful baby in their eyes. And they love and accept them just the way they are. And in the childhood days, I may think that I did not look good, or I'm not good enough, or whatever stories I told myself, but my mother loved me and accepted me just the way I was, no matter how I looked, no matter how I was. And so this was a profound moment for me. There it was, that self-love. That if my mother can love me and accept me just the way I am, no matter what, whether I looked good or not, it doesn't matter. Whether I was a good girl or not, it doesn't matter. She loved me just the way I was. And that was a moment for me, a deep moment of realization, when my heart opened up to this love and acceptance for myself, that if my mother could do that, then I can do it too for myself. And this was the moment that I became my mother and I became my child. And so if we can just remember this pure love, and it can be anybody. It can be your dad, it can be your father, it can be your grandparents, it can even be your pet. Because you know that our pets love us no matter what. Our cats, our dogs, they will love us no matter what. How we look, how we're dressed, even if you're just slobbing around, whether you've got dirty clothes on, whatever it is. How you look, whether you've showered or not showered, whether you're dressed, not dressed, it doesn't matter. Our pets will love us just the way we are. And no matter how you're feeling, Whether you're feeling sad, whether you're feeling happy, whether you're down in the dumps, whether you're dressed in the grubbiest of clothes, and you tell your dog, let's go walking, they will jump up with the exact same excitement as they do every single day. And so they love and accept us just the way we are. And if you can remind yourself this in your moments of silence, just by sitting in stillness, closing your eyes and taking a deep breath, release it all out through your mouth first, and then coming to this calm state and remind yourself of this love and acceptance that my dog, my cat, my pet, my mother, my father, my guardian, whoever it is, my angels, my gods, whatever you want to use, if they can love and accept me just the way I am, then I can love and accept me just the way I am. And so when you start to practice this, when you start to reverse that beating yourself up, that voice that tells you you're not good enough, that voice that tells you you were rejected, or the voice that made you believe in the shame and the guilt, you can begin to turn that story around. You can begin to lower the momentum of that story. Yes, it's going to take some time. It may not happen overnight, and that's fine. It's okay to take the time that we need to take. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself on this journey. And as you begin the journey, and frequently, every day, you tell yourself, you sit in this few moments of stillness and you tell yourself that if they can love me just the way I am, if they can accept me just the way I am, then I can do it too. And you'll begin to notice as time goes by that the self-love and the self-acceptance has completely taken over and filled your body and mind. And that old programming on the default mode has now ended, and you have programmed yourself with this new pure love for yourself, immaterial of the condition. No matter how you look, no matter how you feel, no matter what you've achieved in life, not achieved, no matter how successful you are in the eyes of others, it doesn't matter. You can begin to love. Be this love from within. You can begin to be this love from within. That no matter what, you accept yourself and love yourself just the way you are, because you are that love. It's not even about becoming or being or loving yourself. It's just being that love that you are. You are that love. There's nothing you have to do. So when you let go of that self-taught stories, when you let go of that, you can now just tune in to this pure love that already exists within you. So let's begin the journey to love and acceptance.